I'm talking about the case of the 6-year-old child who was sexually assaulted by her skating instructor in her own school, in the premises of her own school. Well, after this man was arrested, his laptop and his mobiles were confiscated. Videos, pictures of child pornography were found. Images of little children getting raped, getting sexually abused. So this brings us to the larger question, the issue of pedophilia.
Every second child in India is sexually abused. So what kind of society we are talking about? That means we are talking about each and every household. So we need to be really careful, and we need to start from God knows where, because it will take ages, it will take generations to eradicate, not eradicate, even to come down, lessen this impact of whatever we are talking about, child sexual abuse we are talking about. We have done surveys, and we have come across, the cases of child sexual abuse is as high as 83% in a society, because it's that's why we are trying to understand why it is like that in that particular community. Because there are Bangladeshis, there are migrants, basically Nepalis, there are and there are a lot
83%.
It's shocking, it's shocking. We went there because there's no one to look after them, because mother, father, both of them go out and work, and children are loitering around the street because there is no school.
The way to control is in many ways. So one thing is to increase the reporting of it by children. So if a child gets hit physically or emotionally teased or taunted, that child comes and reports immediately to the parents or to the teacher or to somebody. But when it comes to sexual abuse, the child does not report to anybody because of the various feelings we have attached to sexuality. Feelings of shame, feelings that it's dirty, that it's something bad,
right?
And also it has no name. Now, when it comes to attraction towards small children, I came across this very interesting post by a young boy about 15 or 18 years old who was saying that I have never touched a child, but feeling inside me, I have a feeling that I'm a pedophile, that I feel sexually attracted towards children. I've never touched a child, but I am getting these feelings and looking at the net. I think I'm a pedophile. I need help. Please help me.
Fact that we do not equip our children to deal with this issue further complicates the entire scenario.
Right.
In fact, we all like to put it below the carpet, and without realizing that the law is already blind, and the law does not make a distinction as to whether you have well equipped your children to deal with these challenges or not. For example, to make cyber law as part of course curriculum within schools. No longer can this be held on up to colleges or postgraduate degrees. Why? Because today children are getting more and more access to technology. And if we are not educating them on what are the booby traps that are waiting for them, the fact remains they will fall in these traps, and their entire future prospects will be prejudicially impacted with the passage of time.
Warning children against, as you said, the safe and the unsafe touch. Please take a look at that video.
बेटा, ये और ये आपकी प्राइवेट बात, ठीक है? अगर इनको कोई छूने की कोशिश करे, को मना करना है और मम्मा को बताना है या किसी बड़े को बताना घर, ठीक है? याद रहे, चुप ना रहो, माँ से कहो, चुप्पी तोड़ो.
Whenever we go to school, what we do, we teach them 3 R's. Is recognize, resist, and report. This is what we do. Like, okay, recognize the bad touch, unsafe touch, and resist it if you can, possibly. And then finally you can report it. That's what resist, in a sense, you say no and run away from that because you are small. That's what we try to teach them.
The whole fact that sex education itself is not, people are resisting sex education, sir.
This is not even sex education. This
It's
is
not-
simple. It's simple. These are your private parts,
Exactly.
You need to just not allow somebody to touch it. This is not education. This is part of growing up. Government should make it mandatory for all schools to educate children about safe and unsafe touch. This is the only way we can get over this. Otherwise, it's going to continue forever.